Hey everybody, join me on a cruise around the waterway in Woodlands, Texas.
Alright, heading out with Brett and Neil.
So, 3 different personal electronic vehicles out for a cruise on a beautiful semi-cloudy day. We're starting out at the Whole Foods parking lot because it's easy access to jump right onto the waterway and cruise on around. And you can see from the map here, we'll go all the way around to the mall and we'll pause there. So sometimes you got to thread the needle as you're finding your way onto the paths, but pretty quickly after crossing the street we get right into it and get right onto the waterway. A nice smooth pass. We're past the trolley because you go faster than the trolleys. So we cruise through this beautiful neighborhood. Neil here showing off some board riding skills, carving, as he handles the throttle in one hand and holds his water bottle in the other. Always good to stay hydrated. His boosted board may not have a ton of range, but he's always ready to get out on the trails and ride around. I always enjoy it when Neil can come along on a ride. Next up, Brett showing off his riding skills, and this is for a guy who's only been riding for a couple weeks the time this video is taken. Sure, he's had a couple of falls, but man, for the most part incredibly stable. That's because he's a surfer and snowboarder, so he took to this like a fish to water. So it's fun having Brett on the rides too. While the waterways have several streets that connect over, some of the best ways to get across are the pedestrian bridges. And they've got a series of ramps kind of going up and around. So some of those turns are a little tight for some of the vehicles, but for the most part, they're great to get up and around. And so they've got stairs there too, but we just the ramps, and it's a great way to cruise across. This one's a tight turn here. It's a lot of fun though. These are just, it helps you brush up on your skills of riding, and then you get to connect up over to the other places. This is a building that I'm passing now. Is one of the tallest ones right by the waterway. You can see it from the 45 as you drive past. It's got those big windows at the top. Speaking from the top, we got a little drone footage as we went around and took some pictures from right where it ends at the mall. So you're looking up and across. Those are the Hughes Landing buildings, and we're going to see those actually at the end of this video. And this is the mall here that you're looking at, one of the indoor malls here in the area in North Houston. This is right in the heart of the Woodlands. It's a big TV screen you can see there, but down as we're looking from up top. And this is looking now more to the south. You can see that those streets right there are going over the waterway, and we'll actually go around, back around to go under it on the way back. Now this map's showing you where we end that loop by the mall and then come back around the waterway. We're coming back down the other side, and we come through some of the more popular spots on the way back, and we'll show that now. This right here is the waterfront park. This is where that stage on the left where people perform. This is one of the beautiful fountains right next to the Westin, and the fountains in the water, these light up at night with all different kinds of colors and very beautiful. It's kind of one of the hot spots, and so we just take kind of a loop around here as we enjoy the sights. On my first trip here, I stayed at the Westin and kind of overlooking our room, overlooking this courtyard in this area, and it was a lot of fun to kind of just see all the things going on. There's some good restaurants all around here. The Baja Cantina is right across the way there. That's some really good food over there. So just a nice place to cruise on a nice day. And as we see, You'll see as we cruise by some of the restaurants, some of the patrons are always kind of going, hey, what's going on there? And they enjoy seeing us cruise past. These tunnels right here are the ones that are lit up at night, and they have a lot of photos of the tunnels being lit up, and you can see those, a lot of the iconic photos of the area, so it's kind of fun to take a look at them. And this is over by the Cynthia Woods Pavilion. They've got kind of a statue thing out here. I don't know what you call that, a monument, but it's got a circle going around it, so it's fun to kind of cruise around. And back on the waterway, heading on the right side. See me wave to the patrols, the guy cruising along here. I've never been hassled on the waterway, so we'll see. I don't know if it's just they couldn't catch me or what, but I've tried to just wave and be nice and wave to the trolleys too. So I think we had dropped Brett off at this point. He met his wife over here at a restaurant, and so Neil and I kept going as we cruised around the rest of the waterway. This is a spot here that's really wide that the trolleys go on, and you can get going really fast. We didn't go that fast here, but I like this stretch right here the most. Then we cruised across the bridge going to North Shore, and look on the left here. This was July 1st, right before the fireworks. Those are some massive fireworks on that barge right there. So they were setting that all up for the 4th of July celebration, so it's kind of interesting. I hadn't noticed that while riding. This is one of the things you see when you look at the footage afterwards, after you're riding and you're framing it and checking it out. So now we're on the other side of the lake, and we're taking a loop around part of it. This is kind of the corporate side of the lake. These buildings are lining it with all the good views. There's the apartment complex on the left there, with all the apartments right out on the edge of the water. And we come cruising around through all of these corporate buildings. I really like this one coming up. There's so many, it's just all mirror-like. It's almost like you're in a fun house or something as you go cruising along these mirrors. There's probably, workers inside looking out going, what in the heck is that? But we're just cruising along. And in this one, as we come out in front of it, there's this interesting parking structure. It's wild, it's in a big loop. And you can kind of see this big circular thing above your head. It's kind of cool. So anyway, we have fun cruising around all the different corporate buildings. Watching the clouds drift by and the reflection off the glass buildings is like an industrialized version of the scenic beauty of the sky being mirrored on a body of water. Nothing beats Mother Nature, but the panorama which surrounds us as we glide through these pristine designer landscapes brings peace to your soul. I happen to work in this building straight ahead here, and if my co-workers were to look down, they would see me cruising right on past, but they're probably not looking down, so what can I say? Opportunity missed. This is a beautiful ride out here on a nice sunny day. It takes a little getting used to the humidity here in Texas. You definitely feel it when you're having these thunderstorms around, and you feel that humidity along with the heat. And so definitely I've been trying to acclimate, and I'm getting there. These ducks here, look, aren't even concerned. We're cruising past so quietly. This is a fun little spot right here. There's a bunch of poles, and I said, hey, let's do a little slalom around these poles. And maybe about 10 feet apart, but kind of slalomed around as we cruise back to the parking lot at Wholesale Foods. Most of this ride was on the paved roads, but right here at the very end, went out on the street and just going through the parking lot. That's about it. Mostly we're along the bike paths and all along the waterway and around the paths around the lake. So great day to be out. It was nice getting out here with Brett and Neil.
Hey, man.
Dude, nice ride.
That was a fun ride.
Heck yeah, we gotta get on more.
Just a final view of the map, which shows us going around the last part of the lake, across around those buildings and Restaurant Row, and then heading back to the Whole Foods. I drop Neil off, then I head back to my office. So anyway, great day. Join us another time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next ride. Take care.